can't see that this box.
Very well. I will of course need your location. Secret, I assure you, that Hi, Facebook. How are you doing? I'm trying to put it up a little bit. Let me see. Okay, so hopefully, let me see. Okay, I see the star comment. I see it. Hi, YouTube. I thought I saw the subscribe comment too, because I have a comment that comes up for the stars and to subscribe to my page. So I see it, so the comment should be good. Okay? Oh, for a minute there, I was like, what's that black thing? It's just the top of this. Sorry. There's the Crockpot. I just wanted to put it up a little more so it could see my face more. Okay? So we're having, it's called Crockpot chicken, green beans, and potatoes. Crockpot chicken, green beans, and potatoes. Alrighty? So, give me 1 second here. Okay, YouTube, there you go for the Cash App. There it is. Okay. Can y'all see the, try to bring it down a little bit so y'all can see the crock pot. Okay. All right, guys, hold on. All right, there is the Cash App. Okay. And the star comment you can see in the comments if you want to read it. It just says, you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content. I appreciate each and every one of you that send me stars. So please send stars if you don't mind. It don't cost a lot. And if you see this later on, Paul, I know you can spare a few stars. They're only 1 cent a star. It only costs a couple dollars. It ain't going to kill you. Come send me some stars, Paul. Brother. Okay, so I'm going to pin the Cash App. Okay, let's see. Let's put the Amazon wish list. And it does say autofill again, so I have to go back. Sometimes I have to go back and copy it again. I don't know why. Let me make sure it worked this time. All right, there you go. There's the Amazon wish list. Oops, wait a minute. Okay. Let's get it back to the, okay. Now, say hi if you're coming on. Say hi. Comment hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so I can see how many people come on after I post this, okay? Okay. So now I'm going to let you know what the ingredients are. Okay? So we're going to use chicken. 3 chicken breasts, it says to use. But I had a couple of chickens wrapped that said 3 chicken breasts, and I had some wrapped separately that said 2 chicken breasts. So I happen to have the one that said 2 chicken breasts. That's the last one left. So I also had a small one that said 2 chicken thighs. So I'm just going to put the 2 chicken thighs and replace it with the 3rd breast, okay? Or you can do 4 breasts or whatever you want to do, okay? And we are going to use, it says garlic powder and onion powder. Now this is to your liking. Garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper. It did not say salt, but I'm going to use this instead. Garlic and onion, black pepper, and sea salt. This mixture all together. Okay? And then we are going to put 1 pack of Lipton onion. Now, it says to do French onion soup mix. French onion soup mix from Knorr. Knorr. Knorr, it's a green bag, and Knorr is those sides that you can buy and make. I will show you guys. This is Knorr. Okay, so the package would be green and it'd be a lot smaller. Okay, about the size or just a little bit bigger than this. Okay, but I could not find it, so I just got the Lipton onion. And that will definitely work as well. If you'd rather have the Lipton onion or the Lipton whatever flavor, you can. It doesn't necessarily have to be the French onion or, whatever. Okay? And then we're going to do 6 tablespoons. 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Melted butter. So let's get the butter out. Okay? And I do have unsalted butter sticks, and I do have regular butter sticks. I'm going to use the regular butter sticks, okay? So I have 2 of these. I'm going to use the glass one, even though it's a 4-cup one. This one, the handle is already kind of lumpy from putting it in the microwave, and it's super hot, and it's not good for the microwave. So we're going to use the glass one. All right, let me back this up just a little bit. Sorry, I feel like, hold on, guys. Sorry, I sneezed. Okay, so we're going to use this 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in here. 4 tablespoons. So I'm going to take the last, and I'm going to throw this away. The last one. Okay, the little knife. I'm going to cut 2 more tablespoons. Now the unsalted butter one, that butter stick is hard. Okay, so remove some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the microwave. And I'm going to do a minute. Okay? Now, the first thing that goes in the crock pot, of course, is your chicken breast. Okay? Chicken breast. Okay? So, the chicken breast is in the sink because I had it in cold water because I think I took it out a little too late. So, it's partially frozen. Just a little bit, not a lot. And you can still put that in your crock pot. Now, the thighs are a lot more. See? These are the thighs. Okay? So, let's open them up. They can be broken apart. Okay? So there's the thighs. Now look at, the breast is already there. Okay? So I'm unwrapping it. Usually if I have all day, I will leave it to thaw for a couple of hours, and then I'll take off the, not the plastic, but the foil. Because if you keep the foil on it and you just leave it to sit out, you can leave it out from like 9 o'clock in the morning till like 5 or 6 in the evening when you're ready to cook, and it'll still be kind of frozen. Or it'll be mostly frozen. So that's why you want to get the foil off of there. Okay. Let's get these in there. Alrighty. And I've got the plastic baggie in the crock pot. And I want to buy one of those from Temu. It's a rewashable, rubber thing you put in your crock pot. Once I get that. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. So real quick, I'm going over here and I'm going to wash my hands. Trying to let that hot water come on. Just 1 second, guys. I promise you I'm washing my hands. Yeah, this whole time my neck is like itching. I just thought it was funny because I didn't want to scratch it with the chicken on my hands. Oops. I dropped my napkin. Okay. Oh, now I can scratch it. Oh. Okay. So now, let's see this video.
Ooh, look at that steam.
I'll bring it down so it's not too loud. Okay, she put the chicken in.
So I'm adding a bag of green beans to 3 chicken breasts. I've got chopped.
Okay, so she added the bag of green beans. Now I've got fresh green beans. These are fresh green beans from the produce section. Now, if you can't find them in a bag like this, let me tell you what I like about this. And I don't see this at Walmart. I see it at my HEB store. So you guys can check your local store. It's fresh green beans from the produce section, but it's in a bag that can be steamed. So it tells you on the back the microwave instructions. Pierce the bag with a fork on the designated spot on the front of the package because it tells you where, right here. And then, you're going to do it for the amount of minutes and, all sorts of stuff. But that way you'll still have quick to cook green beans, but you'll have fresh green beans. No canned, no frozen, nothing. Okay? So this is a 12-ounce bag, she doesn't say. So just get whatever size bag you want, whatever. Okay? If I could get this open. Okay, I cannot, so I'm just going to take the knife I cut the butter with, and we are going to poke a hole in it. Okay, well, before I pour them in, if you would like to season the chicken, because she doesn't put the seasoning on until after she puts the potatoes and green beans in. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on the potatoes and green beans, but I want to put some on the chicken first. Because she put the garlic powder, onion powder, and the pepper on top of the potatoes and green beans, and then mixed it up a little bit. But I'm just, instead of doing pepper separate and garlic and onion powder, I'm just going to do this thing. This mixture of garlic and onion powder and black and pepper and sea salt, okay? And I'm not going to turn the chicken over, but I am going to season the top really well. Okay, if you want to do this, you may. But if you just want to put it on top of the green beans and the potatoes like she does in the video, it's okay. Now, I found this on Facebook Cooks. Facebook Cooks, my group on Facebook. So if you're not joined, just spell out Facebook's and Cooks with an S, and it should come up. There's a lot of different recipes in there. You can find some good recipes in there. And if you are joined or you do decide to join, if you don't mind, just put making tonight in the comments of a recipe you're going to make that's from there, just so we can see what you're making. And then when you're done making it, take a picture click the reply button on your comment and post the picture you took, just so we can see how it looked like it came out. You don't have to do this. It's not a requirement, but I just asked. I like to see what other people's food looks like that when the recipes come from Facebook Cooks. Now, we have recipes in here for years, and nobody has ever done it except for me. So, yeah. But anyway, all right. So I seasoned that. Now I'm going to stick the green beans in here. So remember, this is a 12-ounce bag. If they have bigger, and if you don't see this bag in the produce section, then you can just go to wherever the green beans are and grab a bunch, however many you want, and put it in a plastic bag, when you get your green beans, and go from there. Okay? Now, give me 1 second. I forgot to grab the potatoes. And sorry guys, I keep wiping my, feels like there's something in my eye. Oops, sorry. Sorry, Rory, there, guys. Let me move this. Okay, so I need this. I don't know. I'm trying to make room for it without having to move the, I'll just use whatever fits on the counter. Okay? Get the big knife. I bought an 8-pound bag for my HEB for Thanksgiving. And the potatoes were big, and it made a lot of mashed potatoes. And I used them all, except for 4. Yeah, you'll hear a beep because the microwave is over, and it still says end. But, I can see these potatoes. I didn't buy them that far ahead. I bought them about Sunday or Monday of the week of Thanksgiving, and they're already about to start sprouting. So, I told you guys before how I clean my potatoes. I cut them up, put them in cold water as I'm cutting them so they don't turn brown, and then I take the pot of water, swish it around, dump the potatoes in the clean sink, rinse the pot out because now the pot has stuff all around the inside from the potatoes because you can see stuff on my hand. Well, you may not be able to see it, but I got stuff on my hand. And then once I rinse the pot, I put the potatoes back in there and then fill it up with some nice cold water. That's when I'm boiling potatoes. But now that I'm just going to cut them up and put them in the crock pot, I am going to take the cold water and I'm going to rub them and clean them first. Okay? It says 4 medium potatoes. Now you can do 4 medium, 4 large, whatever. But if you have the potatoes you have, if you only have small potatoes, you have more than 4, but you have small potatoes, you can use small potatoes. It's okay. It ain't gonna kill anybody. Just got to use some more than 4. Okay? All right. Okay, so now, just cut them up into pieces. Try to make the pieces as uniform as possible, like same size. Okay? So some potatoes, depending, like if you have a medium and then you have one that's way bigger, or you have a couple of small and a couple of large, the small ones you may not have to cut, just about in half, or you may have to cut one in more pieces than you do another one because it's not as, because it's bigger than the other one. You know what I'm saying, like this. So we are going to do this. I cut them in half. Then I'm going to cut this half in half long ways. And then I'm going to go 1, 2. So then we got pieces like this. Kind of like this, okay? And just put them into the crock pot on the other side. Like pour the green beans on one side and put the potatoes on the other side. Okay? So we are going to cut potatoes in half. Just, from see this potato? I'm going to cut it in half right here. The short way, not the long way. Not from tip end to end, the other way. Okay? Cut that in half, and then I'm going to stand it up, and I'm going to cut it in half down. Okay? So then you have a potato like this. Okay? And then I'm going to cut that in half like this. Not this way, the long way. Okay? The long way. I'm doing a bunch of them there. Then I'm going to turn it around like this. I'm going to go 1, 2, and it'll make 3 sections. 1, 2, and then you got that. Okay? Now, if you have another way of doing it, it's okay. It's okay. Break them up and get them in there. Now, I'm going to put it on high for 4 hours. Now, if you want to put it on low, you may. She didn't say that, but I'm saying that. Okay? Now, instead of 4 hours, it might be like 6 hours. You just want your chicken to be soft and tender. And you want these potatoes to be soft. Okay? Okay. So, do these other potatoes. Get them all done. Yeah, I had to go out this morning, take my son to Walmart. He had to return 2 shirts he got. They were like a collared button-down shirts, like a dress shirt that he got for work because they were doing new uniforms. And they have to start wearing them today. I think they still do the jeans, but a different shirt or something. They had shirts, I think, that had the restaurant name, but they wanted the light blue button-down shirts. I think you can do long sleeve or short sleeve. My son got one some days ago from Walmart. They had pockets in the front. And his roommate, his friend Malik, told him he don't think they can have pockets in them. So that's why he wanted to return them. But, so we go to different stores. We go to Burlington, which I got to go back to Burlington. Oh, they had some good stuff. But I didn't have time to shop because they were trying to get it done. They don't like staying in stores like that. And plus, I want to come home to cook for you guys. But anyways, this half potato is really not that big, so I just cut it 1 cut across, and it made 4 instead of 6 pieces. Okay, just letting y'all know that. And then they didn't find anything in there. Well, his friend Malik did, but because they work at the same place. He found a blue one. It was a striped blue one or something. I don't know. But it wasn't one in my son's size. So we went across to Ross. Didn't find one there either. So I said, let's try Target. It was in the same area. He really didn't want to because they're expensive, but we did anyways. And he said he had called one of his bosses or somebody and asked about the pockets. And they said, I think you should be able to. He was like, he could have just kept the 2 shirts he got from Walmart. They were like 20 a piece. Target, they're like 30 a piece. So he only bought one. He said he'll go back to Walmart another day and get another one. But yeah, so yeah, that's what happened. Just rinse my hands because it's touching the potatoes. All right, so I got all the potatoes in there. Okay, it's all good. Okay, now is when you're supposed to put the seasoning, but I put some on the chicken. But now I'm gonna put some more on top so we can season the Just put as much as you like. Okay? But I'm gonna just okay. And if you don't have this or you've never seen this, you can. It's just garlic powder, onion powder separate, which is what she uses anyways. Garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper. Okay. But I've just got a garlic and onion and black pepper and sea salt mixture that I used. Okay. And if you want to try using any other seasonings on top of that, what she says, you can. You don't have to stick to exactly the same. So I'm going to use some paprika. Hold on, guys. Trying to get that white thing off because it's new. Now, if I wanted to, I could have used smoked paprika. I still have some. I have a new one, plus I have a little bit left if I wanted to. But no, I just wanted to use regular. Okay. Now, you don't have to. You can just use the garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper. That's all she says. She don't even use salt. But the garlic and onion, pepper, and sea salt, it does have sea salt in this mixture. So it's okay if you want to use, but if you don't have that and you want to use separate pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and if you want to use salt, you can. She did not use salt, but you can if you want. It's all up to you. Okay? So I'm just putting a little bit. Well, a little bit. Okay? A little bit of paprika. I love using paprika. Let me see. Sometimes I wipe the top off into the stuff. Okay. So I did that. Well, I'm also making a mess here. Okay? So. Okay, I got to go back here.
Chopped potatoes. This was about 4 medium sized. And some pepper.
Okay. She put some chopped onion in there. She put the chopped onion in before the seasonings, but I forgot. Chopped onion. Now, just chopped in, big chunks. But I don't have chopped onion, and I chose not to buy an onion. I do actually. Wait a minute. Let's do this again. I was not going to buy an onion for this, but I ended up buying one because it said I put some onion in the cavity of the Cornish hen I made on Thanksgiving. I did. So I do have part of an onion left. I forgot. Yay me. Okay, just cut the end off. And Get the skin off. Now you could use about half an onion. That's about what she used. But if you want to use less or more, you most certainly can. Okay? Because I've learned after all this time cooking, you don't have some recipes, like especially if you're baking, you might want to follow the ingredients because it does make a difference in your baking. But if you're not baking, you can always, do things a little different, add or less or more. That ain't gonna do it. I'm trying to get the middle part out because it's so little. There it is. Okay. Because I want big chunks because we're not gonna eat them. Because we don't really like onion, but I might. I'm starting to think it's okay here and there. But I'm just putting in some just for flavor. Like I would in beef stew if I was making a roast or something. You can separate, you can put you could just toss this whole thing in, or you can separate it, toss the whole thing in or separate it into the pieces. You know how they're layered, which I'm going to do. Oh, I forgot this part. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to sprinkle a very tiny bit to get some of the onions flavored up. Okay, just not with the paprika, just with that. Okay. All right. So after we do that, okay, then we're going to, let me get it.
This is, man, it is so flavorful. It is. This is the exciting part. I've got a pack of French onion soup mix. Oh, yeah. I'm going to sprinkle that on top as well.
We're going to put the French onion
Yes, that's really going to put that.
soup mix, or the Lipton onion. You can use the Knorr if you can find it. The Lipton onion soup mix or whatever you want to use, okay? We are going to just sprinkle it all over. Let's just get it in there, okay? Okay, let me get okay, so now
6 tablespoons of melted.
Now we are going to dump the
moisture here.
The butter in there. The 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, just pour it around all over. Just get it in it. Okay. Once you do that,
It's really is beautiful. Look at those colors.
okay, it's about it. Just get a spoon and kind of mix it up. Mix the onions, green beans, potatoes as much as you can. So you can get some of that seasoning to fall down towards the bottom so it could get on your chicken if you didn't season your chicken. Now, I'm not as worried about it because I did season my chicken, but that's what she was saying, get some of that seasoning down there. Okay. Oh, the potatoes are well seasoned. You can see the coloring on them from the paprika. So I think that'll make it, that additional seasoning will make it better. Oh, it smells amazing. If you could just smell it. Okay, before I put the lid on it, I will show you guys what it looks like, and then we'll get this started. Okay? So, this is what it looks like. Hi, Kate. How are you doing? This is what it looks like. I'm sorry, I was so busy cutting up the stuff. There it is. The chicken's on the bottom. The chicken's on the bottom. So hopefully you're still here, Kate. It doesn't look like it, but I apologize for not responding to you sooner. Okay, so everything is good. Okay. Oh, let me show YouTube. Here you go. Okay, there you go. So now we are going to put the lid on it. Okay, put the lid on it and turn it on. And we're going to do it on low, 4 hours. Okay, so now. Okay, now I know this might be late for some people. Okay, I am going to check this because it's already. I didn't get on here at almost 2:30. I was late, so I put on there 6 p.m. Central Time, which would be 7 for you Eastern people. 5 for you Mountain and 4 for you Pacific. But it's almost 3 o'clock. So 4 hours is going to be 7. 4 hours is going to be 7. So I'm going to come on here about 6:45, 6:50, probably around 6:50, 10 minutes ahead of time. And we're going to go ahead and check this together and see how it's doing. And if it, the chicken is soft enough and at temperature and the potatoes are soft enough, then we can go ahead with it. Okay, just 10 minutes ahead of time. Okay, so that'll be near 7, so about 6:50. So that'll be 7:50 if you're Eastern, 5:50 if you're Mountain, and 4:50 if you're Pacific. Okay, and if you're in another country, I don't know. Just look it up. Okay? So, yes. I was trying to get it done in time for my show that comes on at 7, but my husband will have the volume down and I'll just look at it from here. But that's all that really needs to be done. I'm thinking of whether I want to make some biscuits to go with it. Oh, it sounds good. We do have a few frozen biscuits left, so I can go ahead with that. But, we got our chicken in here, the meat. We got our potatoes as a side, and we got our green beans as a vegetable. So we're all good. And, if you want to shred up your chicken, you could, but I'm just going to pick it up and we're just going to have pieces of it. Okay, we've got 2 breasts and 2 thighs. It says 3 breasts, but, that would be a breast for me and my husband, and then the last one we cut in half and share. Or you could just cut a big half of it off and eat that, whatever you want, okay? But it already smells good. Oh, no. Did I say low? Sorry if I did. When I turned it on, it was on high. No, I turned it off. Wait a minute. Let me see. Turn it off. I turned it on. It came on to high, and I moved it to low. I don't know what I was thinking. I am so glad I noticed that right now. Before the 4 hours, and then I don't have it's not ready. Then I wouldn't have been able to do it for you guys. I would have had to make a part 2 as a pre-record, because it would be probably another 2 hours, which would be 9 o'clock at night, and then my husband and I wouldn't be eating till then. So, but I noticed it right in time. So good for me. Okay, and if you want to put it on low, then just cook it for about 6 hours. Make sure your chicken is 165 and it's soft and potatoes are soft, fork tender. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end this, but not quite the way I always do. When I do part one of a crock pot, I don't always end it the same. I just want to say thank you for whoever came on to this part one. Thank you, Kate. I'm sorry I didn't see you. How was your day going? If you see this, how was your day going? Sorry I missed you. And y'all have a good rest of your day and evening. If I don't see you again, but if I do, please come back on at about 6:50 Central Time, 7:50 Eastern, 5:50 Mountain, 4:50 Pacific. All righty? And I'll see you guys later if you can come on. I hope you can. And I hope you see this part one before tonight. If not, that's quite all right. All right? And I always share these lives to my other page, Elizabeth's Life. So it can be watched on there too. All right, YouTube? Everything I say goes for you too. I'll let you know if it doesn't, if it's just meant for Facebook. And Facebook, I'll just let you know if it's just meant for YouTube. All right, so y'all take care, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, YouTube, Facebook. Bye, YouTube.